Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird.
Welcome back to At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis. It's more than a fuel station, more than a convenience store. It is your one-stop travel shop on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM. 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermilion, and Yankton. And we are going to be talking some Centerville girls track and field, and they have some runners, athletes that are doing some great things. And we're going to start off with Madison Carstensen. Madison, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am better than I deserve. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. And I tell you what, I always like to start off, just for people that don't know you, take a moment to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, your family, and when you're not running track, some other things that you're doing for hobbies and interests.
I'm Madison Carstensen. My parents are Rachel and Cody Carstensen, and I have two younger sisters. And when I'm not doing track, I like to be outdoors. I like shopping and trying new drinks.
Trying new drinks. Okay, like what's the most recent drink that you tried?
I tried a new Starbucks drink.
All right.
It was like a refresher.
Okay. Was it good?
Yeah.
Are they normally pretty good? Have you ever just had one that was just awful?
Yes.
Have you? What? Okay. Now, what was that one?
I don't like the pink drink from Starbucks.
Okay. All right. Well, you live, you learn, right?
Yep.
All right. And so what grade are you in school?
I'm a senior.
You are a senior. All right. Now, you have younger siblings. Now, obviously, you're an athlete, because you and I have spoken before. I know this isn't your only sport, but did you get it from your parents? Were they not athletes, or did you get it from one or the other? Where do you think you got your athleticism?
Well, my mom didn't play sports, but my dad did.
Okay, so we're thinking
He did football, track and field, and basketball.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he did all of them. All
Yeah.
right. Well, excellent. Now, did he throw the discus like you, or was he a sprinter? What did he do?
He ran the mile, actually.
Oh, wow. I don't know that I've ever run a mile. That just doesn't even sound like fun. You know, I'll be honest, that sounds awful. But, you know, if you're good at it, you might as well. And so what events do you all do? I know you're good at the discus. You've been kind of rocking that one. But what other events do you do?
I do javelin and shot put, too.
All right. Now, which of those three do you like the most?
Discus, for sure.
Do you? What is it
Yeah.
about discus that is so appealing to you?
I feel like I just caught on to it really fast.
Okay.
And the other ones, I still honestly haven't really caught on to them. But, yeah.
Well, I tell you, discus was always not that, and I don't even want to act like I was an athlete, but for the ones I was really bad at, that was the worst, just because it involved the spinning, and I have no coordination at all. Did you ever find that intimidating, the whole spinning and getting that coordination going with the discus?
I mean, it's intimidating at first, but once you really practice it and if you really enjoy it, I think you can get it down pretty fast.
Right. Well, you know, you've been having a really great season at the discus so far. Were you expecting this kind of success?
I was hoping for it, and I'm hoping I can PR even more in the next track meet. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And, you know, it's weird. You know, I know school, there's only a few weeks left of school, but there's quite a bit of track and field left. So what are some of your personal goals that you have for the rest of the season? Obviously getting a PR, but what would you like to see? What's your favorite meet coming up, and what are some of the things you'd like to accomplish?
Well, one of my biggest accomplishments, I guess, would be making it to the state. I guess that would be my favorite track meet. Coming up, I guess Alcester will be fun. I PR'd last time we were in Alcester, so hopefully I can do it again. And yeah, I just think specifically in the discus and my steps and turns and rotations, getting all that good and clean.
All right. And you said you're a senior, right?
Yeah.
So what are you looking to do next year? Will you be going to school, or what are the plans after this year?
Yeah, I'm going to SDSU for health sciences.
All right. And what do you hope to do with a health science degree?
Be a rad tech. So it's anything radiology. It'll be through the Avera program in Sioux Falls.
Okay. Well, that'll be amazing, and that should be fun. And so, but of course, you've got a lot of stuff to happen between now and then. Any big plans over the summer before you head off to school again?
Just working.
Just working? No vacations planned?
Not right now. Hopefully we get some planned.
Okay, well, that'll be good. But, of course, between now and then, you've got a lot of track and field. And as a senior, you've got a lot of memories. What are you looking forward to most for the last few weeks of school? And do you have a big graduation party planned?
Yeah, I do have a big party planned, and I'm just looking forward to making more memories and spending it with the people that have been here for so long, and also supporting them throughout track.
All right. Well, Madison, hey, I just want to say thank you so much. And I always like to ask some icebreakers. Are you willing to answer 2 for me?
Go for it.
All right. One final meal. What are you going to have?
Ooh. Probably a Caesar salad, a steak, and a loaded baked potato.
All right. So when you say loaded, what's all on that baked potato then?
Sour cream, cheese, and bacon bits.
Man, that sounds good. And now the other key question is, how is that steak prepared? Rare, medium rare, well done?
Medium rare, for sure.
That is perfect. All right, that sounds like a great meal. And, of course, you have to finish it off with a dessert. What are you having?
Ooh, probably carrot cake.
Carrot cake. All right. All right. And then the other icebreaker I want to ask is 3 musical artists. If you could see 3 in concert from throughout history, so living or dead, who would you want to see?
Megan Maroney, Morgan Wallen, and Thomas Rhett.
Thomas Rhett. All right. I like it. I like it. Well, Madison, I'm going to let you go, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it, and best of luck with the rest of your school year, the rest of the track season, and best of luck at SDSU next year.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, thank you. Next up from Centerville, we have Niara. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Niara Christ. See, and I'm so glad you guys told me it beforehand, because I practically forgot it anyhow, but I definitely would have butchered it otherwise, and I'm sure I would not have been the first one. Does your first name get mispronounced a lot?
I mean, a little bit, but it's usually fine.
Oh, so I'm just a dope. Okay, no, I get it. I see what you're saying. All right. Hey, I tell you what, for people that don't know you, why don't you just take a moment to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you, your family, and when you're not doing track and field, some of your hobbies and interests.
Yeah, I'm Niara. I'm 17. My parents are Henry and Sabina Christ. In my free time, I like to meet friends or do stuff outdoors, and I'm an exchange student.
You're an exchange student from where?
From Germany.
From Germany. All right. So this is kind of all new for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty new.
All right. Well, so what led you to become an exchange student? What made you say, I'd love to do that? Because that's a big step.
I mean, I guess I was always curious about the world, and I like to try new things, meet new people, so that's kind of what got me into the whole exchange thing.
All right. Well, were you, did you know much about the U.S. or about the Midwest or anything before you came, or has this all kind of been a culture shock for you?
I mean, I, chose to go to the U.S. because I thought it was a cool country, and I wanted to get to know more about the people here and about the life here, so that's kind of what I wanted. Of course, at the beginning, it was a bit of a culture shock, but it wasn't bad. The people here have always supported me, so that was really nice.
All right. Now, from where you're from in Germany, how big of a community are you from?
I'm from a small town near Frankfurt.
Okay. All right. Well, because when I was a freshman in high school, we had an exchange student, and I grew up in a small town, but he was from Copenhagen, and so he was coming from, 1 million people coming to a town of 600, and it was a bit of a culture shock for him. So what has been the biggest surprise to you in your time here in the U.S.?
I guess the biggest surprise was probably just the school sports and how, it's kind of cool that you get to do sports in school here, because we don't do school sports in Germany. It's all, outside of school, so it's really cool to get to be on a team with your friends from school and just kind of have sports be involved in everything. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. And so was sports, was track and field and athletics, was that something that you do back home outside of school, or was that not something that you'd really participated in? I guess, and I apologize if it sounds dumb. I'm just really, really wondering.
I don't know. Yeah, I did track in Germany in a club all year round, so I was pretty used to track.
All right, and since you've been here, you've been doing pretty well. How is it? Have the track meets been fun? Has your success been something that you've even surprised yourself, or were you expecting to do well when you got here?
Yeah, it was really fun. The track meets are really fun, and I mean, I was hoping to get better since I don't know we just worked out for another year, so it was definitely cool to PR, and I think it's always really fun to get to like hang out with your friends and just like feel the support from your school community.
Okay, and so what are you considered as far as grade level here in the U.S.? Are you a sophomore, junior, senior?
I'm a junior.
Okay, and then when do you return home? Do you get to stay here through the school year? Do you stay here for a little bit after that, or do you have to head back shortly thereafter?
Yeah, so I go home on June 1st, so I get to stay for the state track meet and a bit of the summer.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, and then when you go back home, how much schooling do you have left?
I'll have 2 more years of school left because we go up to 13th grade in Germany.
Okay. All right. And then what are you looking to do for a career after that?
I'm not really sure yet. I was thinking about doing something social, but I'm really not too sure yet.
Okay. And you've got time. I'm going to tell you, when I was your age, I thought I was going to be an attorney, and I am calling sports and doing a radio. So, life has its way of changing things on you. So that'll be amazing. Now, are you going to miss the friends you've made here? You're going to try to make sure you maintain that contact after you get back home?
Yeah, I'm going to miss them a lot. I hope I can come back and visit them a lot because I'm for sure going to miss all the people that I got to know here.
Well, I think that would be amazing if you did get to come back. And, but of course, I'm sure, what has the toughest part been? Has it been being away from your family and friends back home?
Yeah, I guess, especially at the beginning of my exchange year, being away from home was kind of tough, but now I've made so many connections here that I feel like this is like my home.
All right. Well, I've taken up enough of your time, Niara, but thank you so much for talking with me. And that sounds like an amazing experience. So glad you were able to come over, and I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Next up, we have Emery Shubeck. Emery, how are you doing today?
Great.
Well, I am glad to hear that. So, just kind of like with the others, I'm just going to have you talk a little bit about yourself first. Tell us a little bit about you, your family, and hobbies and interests outside of track and field.
So I mainly only do track for hobbies. I don't really do anything else. Kind of work on that all year round. I do volleyball, but that's mainly just for like conditioning stuff. And I do like a training thing outside of track when we're not in it. And then my dad's the track coach. My mom stays at home now because she doesn't really have to do anything anymore. But I have two brothers and one sister, and then Niara is our exchange student.
Oh, okay. So let me ask you about that. How's that experience been?
It's fun because I kind of don't have to go out to meet friends. I kind of just have one at my house, and then we get to go to Sioux Falls and do fun stuff whenever we want.
Well, that does sound pretty amazing. That sounds awesome. And has it been a good experience? Have you learned some about her culture and vice versa?
Yeah, she's taught me like a few words, and she brought like jam and stuff from Germany that her grandma made, and some really good seasoning. And when she calls her parents, I get to talk to them every so often.
Well, that is cool. Well, that sounds like it's been a great experience for you, and so glad you had a chance to do that. And now it sounds like track and field is kind of a focus for you. What year are you in school?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so you even have more years ahead of you. But man, you have kind of been tearing it up this year. Were you expecting this kind of success, or have you even exceeded your expectations?
I was definitely hoping to do better this year because I've been doing a lot of work in the off season. I don't know if I was expecting to do very good this year, but I'm glad I'm doing better than I thought. And
so you, what are your main events? Because you do hurdles, but you also do some sprints, correct?
Yeah, I do basically anything from a 400 to a 100 with the hurdles, and then I also do pole vault occasionally and long jump too.
All right. Which is your favorite event out of everything that you do?
Definitely 300 hurdles. Those are really fun because I like when they challenge me.
Okay. And boy, 300 hurdles. I mean, there's the vertical element to it, the horizontal element. What got you into hurdles? Because I was always intimidated by them. And again, I will freely admit, I was not an athlete. It was just, even when we were just doing them in gym class, I was like, man, the hurdles just look like a pain. What got you into those?
I don't know. My dad kind of did them in high school and college, and I always saw them at the track because he was the coach before I got into high school or junior high. So I'd always go out and start practicing them, which made me really excited about doing them once I got into middle school. And I don't know, they're just really fun for me.
All right. And, do you have any hurdlers that you kind of model yourself after, or do you just kind of stay in your with blinders on and just focus on yourself?
I don't know. I really like Cindy McLaughlin or I don't really know how to say her last name, but I really like watching her because she's kind of got it down. But it's really fun watching her doing track and stuff.
Well, and she seems like such a great person too, and so that I think you could do worse than to have her as a role model. And to be in the top 10 statewide in Class B in both the 100, the 300, and the long jump, that takes quite a bit of talent. What are some goals that you have for the rest of the season?
Mainly just a PR and to do okay at state and Hardwood, which is tomorrow. But that's pretty exciting. I'm just hoping to do pretty okay for the rest of the season and PR by quite a bit, hopefully a few seconds in the hurdles.
All right. And with all the effort you're putting in, is track and field something you'd like to maybe pursue in college?
Yeah, I definitely like to do it in college. I know that they don't have 300 hurdles. They do 400 hurdles. So that might be a hard switch for me, but I'm still really hoping to get to do those in college.
Okay, excellent. Well, before I let you go, I always like to ask a few icebreakers. You willing to answer one or two?
Yep.
All right. If you could travel back to any point in the Earth's history, one time, and be guaranteed safe return, to when would you travel and why?
I would go to any of the Olympics, like any of the track, like Olympics at any time. I don't really care when, just at all.
All right. You think seeing the Olympics would be pretty fun?
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
I think it would be too. That sounds pretty awesome. All right. And if money were no object, but you could only buy one thing, what would it be?
Probably just a really nice pair of track spikes.
Really? Okay. All right. You seem very focused on track and field, and that kind of dedication is rare. So I'm hoping you have nothing but success. And do you have any big plans for the summer?
Not really. I kind of just swim in the summer and do track.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, there are worse things as long as you don't feel like you're burning yourself out. If you love it, might as well keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, I'm just going to say this. I think with the kind of dedication I'm hearing from you, I have a feeling this isn't going to be the last time we talk, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I think you and I will be talking again. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today. Really appreciate it. Want to wish you best of luck with the rest of the season.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And next up, we have Peyton Hansen as we continue to look at Centerville's track and field team. Peyton, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am better than I deserve. The weather's beautiful. We got some rain over the weekend, so things are greening up. And I'm getting to talk to you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. Tell you what, before we go too far, for people that don't know you, just take a moment to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, your family, and any hobbies, interests you have outside of track and field.
My name is Peyton Hansen, and my parents' names are Eric and Lindsay Hansen, and I have a younger brother. And outside of track, I like to go hiking and spend time outdoors.
All right, so hiking outdoors. Anything else specific that you like doing outdoors?
I like to hang out with my friends and drive around with them.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Do you like to camp?
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you do you have favorite places that you like to hike, or do you just kind of, where do you hike when you go for a hike?
I usually just walk around outside my house
Okay. Do you ever go to any of the places in kind of southeast South Dakota that do hiking, like Spirit Mound over by Vermilion or anything like that?
Yeah, I like to go to Spirit Mound or Newton Hills.
Okay. You know, I've said this before, but you know, my knees, I've wrecked my knees so bad, but that hiking is one thing I wish I could do, you know, without fear of my knees giving out. But what do you enjoy most about it? Do you like going with people or going by yourself or whatever works?
I like going with my friends and my family.
All right. So do you chat on the way there, or is it silent while you focus on the hike?
I like to talk.
All right. Well, that's good. And that's good for me as I get to interview you. So, because if you didn't like to talk, this would be a really boring conversation. So I appreciate that element. So let me ask you this. You're a freshman, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
You're having some real success. What events do you participate in?
I usually do the 800 and the 400.
Okay. And in the 800, I believe you are in the top 10 in Class B. Is that correct?
I think so.
All right. Were you expecting that kind of success this season?
No, not really.
No? And again, I'm not an athlete, so when I ask this question, I'm being sincere. The day that you ran that PR, that you ran that top 10 time, were you feeling really good? Were you feeling like, okay, I think I can run this great time today? Or were you surprised when they told you how fast it was?
Kind of both. I felt good, but I was also kind of surprised.
Okay. And so which race do you think do you prefer, and which one do you think you're better at?
The 800.
Okay. And I've always loved the 800 because I figure it's a long distance for a sprinter, and it's a pretty good sprint for a distance runner. So it takes a pretty special athlete to be able to do that. What led you to do the 800?
Well, my dad was really good at the mile, and my mom was really good at the 400. So I kind of just went in between.
And so they were both good runners. So that kind of led to my next question. But so you got your athleticism kind of a little bit from column A and a little from column B?
Yep.
All right. Excellent. So when you decided to do track, were they pretty encouraging for you?
Yeah, I've been doing track since I was very young.
Okay. And, just as a freshman and having some pretty good times, what are some goals that you have for yourself this year and, by the time you're done running in high school?
I'd like to run the 800 at state and get my teammates and I and help us to do good at Howard Wooden State. Okay.
And, again, when I'm looking at that top 10 list, you're one of the younger ones. There are only 2 freshmen in that top 10. How exciting is that to know that of the people ahead of you, I think 6 of them are seniors? Is that kind of exciting knowing that there's the future is pretty bright, that you're one of the faster ones already at such a young age?
Yeah, it is exciting.
And so as you do that, as you're running and doing track and field, is this something that you're hoping to be able to do maybe in college as well?
Yeah, I've thought about it, and I think it'd be really fun.
All right. Well, excellent. Well, just a few weeks left in the school year. Do you know what you're doing this summer? Do you have any summer plans, any vacations on the agenda?
I'll be playing a lot of basketball and hanging out with my family.
All right. So you play basketball as well. Any other sports?
Cross country.
Cross country. Okay, so you run cross country, but you don't do the 16 or the 3200?
I used to.
You used to. Okay, you just prefer 800s now?
Yep.
All right. But hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, well, I always like to ask a couple of icebreakers. You willing to answer some of those?
Yeah.
All right. If you were stuck on on a flight for 12 hours next to any celebrity you could pick, who would you want it to be?
Probably Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. All right. Excellent. And if the zombie apocalypse comes, who are the 3 people you want on your team?
Probably my dad, my friend Sage, and my friend Lana.
Okay. All right. Any particular reason? Just because of loyalty?
Yeah.
You could trust them because we've all seen The Walking Dead, and we're like, you don't know who you can trust, right?
Right.
Exactly. No, I like that. Good logic. Good logic. All right. Well, hey, Peyton, I want to thank you so much and wish you the best of luck. I think we're going to be talking again in the future because I have a feeling maybe even before state, if that would be okay with you.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
And next up is Sage Martz as we continue to talk Centerville track and field. Sage, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Well, that is good to hear. Now, I tell you what, before we get into it, just let the people know who you are. Tell us a little bit about you, your family, hobbies, interests, and tell us what you run.
I have two parents. I have parents and their names are Rachel and Nick. I have a younger brother, and in my free time, I really like to drive around with friends, and I run 2, 4, and 8.
All right, so 2, 4, and 8. And let's ask, because 200's a sprint, the 800's a little more of a distance. Which one do you prefer, the 2, 4, or the 8, if somebody said you can only run one?
The 400.
The 400. What is it about the 400 that you like so much?
I like how it's in between both of them.
Okay. And it's just a short enough distance that you can do it as a full sprint, but you probably have maybe, since you do the 800, a little more endurance than some of the other 100s and 200 sprinters?
Yeah.
All right. And you're a freshman, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. Now, being towards the top 10 in the 400, were you expecting this kind of success this year?
No, not at all.
No?
Nope.
Oh, well, that is very, very honest. Excellent. What the day you ran that time that put you towards the top of Class B, I always like to ask this: did you feel like you were going to have a special day, or were you just shocked when they told you the time?
I was a little shocked.
Were you?
Yeah.
All right. And now that you've run that, does it feel like kind of that bar for you to keep striving for?
Yeah.
Has it maybe given you a little more incentive to train maybe a little bit harder? You're like, oh, nah, I can do this. I want to keep improving that time.
Definitely.
All right. Now, for your athletic ability, did you get it from your parents? Did it skip a generation? If you got it from your parents, one or the other, or both?
I would say I got it from my dad.
Did you? Okay. Was he
Yeah.
he an athlete?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, but what other sports do you participate in, or is track and field the one that you do?
I do basketball and volleyball.
Okay. All right. And, basketball, and I haven't asked this with anybody else, but, the last few years have been really successful in Centerville. I'm pretty sure you're aware of that. But what has it been like to experience that? Centerville seems to be really having a bit of a renaissance when it comes to athletics. Is it an exciting time to be a part of Tornado Athletics?
Yeah.
And, with so many young talents that have graduated and gone on and done different sports in college and they're still doing that, does that kind of give you something to aspire to?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let me ask, as you head into the final few weeks of school and the final few weeks of the track and field season, what are some goals you have for yourself?
I'm hoping to keep improving my 400 time and then also my 8.
Okay. Well, what's your best 800-meter time?
Well, I run the 4x8, and my best split has been a 2:32.
Really? A 2:32? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Excellent. Do you run the 800 as an individual or just in the 4x8?
Just in the 4x8.
Just in the 4x8. All right. Excellent. And then any big summer plans?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
All right. Well, I always like to ask a couple of icebreakers. You willing to answer a couple of those before I let you go?
Yep.
All right. One final meal. What are you going to have?
Probably steak and mashed potatoes.
All right. What kind of steak?
Sirloin.
Sirloin. And how's it prepared? Rare, medium rare, well done?
Medium rare.
All right. Excellent. And the mashed potatoes, made by anyone specific? Any special ingredients in there?
Nope.
Nope? All right. And then finally, before I let you off the hook, because I don't think you're a big fan of interviews, are you?
No.
I didn't think so. So before I let you off the hook and show mercy, if you could see any 3 musical artists from throughout history, so living or dead, live in concert, who would you want to see?
Tate McRae, Megan Maroney, and Morgan Wallen.
And Morgan Wallen. Okay, that sounds like a plan. Well, Sage, I know you weren't a fan of an interview, but you did great. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Have a great one.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye. And that was the Centerville girls track and field. Not the whole team, but a good number of members of the team seeing some great success this year. Niara Christ, Sage Martz, Peyton Hansen, Emery Shubeck, and Madison Carstensen. So best of luck to them and the entire team as they're preparing for Howard Wood and for the rest of the season. And hopefully a good number of them will be making state. And like we said, some of them are really close, are in the top 10, top 3, top 4. So a lot of success going on in girls track and field at Centerville right now. So we'll be back with more. And if you would like to sponsor our Centerville updates, I'm trying to do more of these on a regular basis, give me a call, and I'd be more than happy to promote you as much as I could. All right, we'll be back with more on At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis on Fox Sports Radio.